computer. Well, if not, that's what we're doing this time. Yay. Yeah, see, don't you think you can see the little bit of blue? It's a little bit.
Uh-huh.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's looking good today. Some days not, but it looks like this when I wash it, but I can't wash it every day or it'll fade really, really quick.
Hmm.
But then the other days it's like, oh, that's too bad. So
That's what dry shampoo is for, though. Of
does that work for that?
course, I don't, huh?
It does? Because I bought some and then didn't try it. So I
Oh
should
yeah,
try
the
it.
invisible, yeah. It gives it
Oh,
lots of body again and everything. Yeah.
oh, okay.
I use it all the time.
Oh, I will try it then. Yay. So what are we doing today? I'm doing the holiday card. Do you want to see mine or
Sure.
do you have yours done yet?
No.
Oh, the list. She's got a list.
This
What's
is
your list?
these are the
Holy cow.
Avon. These are the Avon people I'm going to be sending cards to. I've got like
Perfect.
6 pages.
Perfect.
I
Are you
finally figured out how to export them. I just can't figure out how to import to SOC, but I figured out how to export.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't, and that's not something I can show you. Scola knows how to do that, but I don't import. I think there's videos though. Did you look on YouTube?
No, I'm going to have to do that because
Do
I
that.
tried it and followed the directions as to what they say, but I could never get anything in.
But see, I think there's a YouTube video for it. I'm pretty
All right,
sure.
I'll check it out.
But I've entered all mine individually. I know that sounds weird, but it's over a span of years and years and years. So
Yeah.
I just had entered them as I went. Because once you enter one and send out cards, you don't have to do it again, of
No.
course.
Yeah.
I'm saying that for the people watching that are not in yet. So so my book. Um, I actually have oh, now I had a file avalanche. I'm working on the promo cards for the book. And my new set of people, I'm up to 282 cards doing 5 a day with them. I started doing my customers with them with the set promo card for the book. And the reason was because I had a customer. Um, what did she say? She texted me about something and then asked me about the hair. And I said, well, I have it promoting a book launch. And she said, oh, what is your book? And I sent her the link from Amazon. And she went there and followed the author link and all that stuff. And then she was like down the rabbit hole. But she's like, oh my God, I had no idea my Avon lady was so, I think she said renowned. It was hilarious. But but I'm thinking if she got a kick out of it, maybe the other customers will get a kick out of it. And you never know
Sure.
who's going to be interested or who knows who. So I thought I'd send those out 5 a day. So I added a bunch of customers. I'm only on C, so I can go pretty far with that. I had already had like a couple hundred of just regular people that I don't see on social media all the time. And for my Christmas card, holiday card, or whatever you want to call my holiday card list is 799. I could add one person before that drives me crazy. 799. Yeah, last year I use an app for that and I highly recommend it. Last year I sent 761, but over the year I added a bunch of new people I've met that I want to get a card. So when I do the sending, I'll show you what the icon for the app looks like. Oh, you can't see that at all, can you? It's a Santa. No, can't see it. It's like a white Santa outline of Santa in a sleigh with a blue background, and it's called Card List, CARDLIST. And I can look back and see who I sent cards to and who I got cards from. Um, every year it saves it, so I have years worth of this. And you
Oh,
don't
that's
have to
cool.
put the whole thing. It lets you put name and address and all that stuff, but I don't do that because I don't, and it lets you print labels, but I don't need that because I'm using send out cards. So all I really want is a central list to make sure I'm still sending people cards. Now I personally do not I'm not doing this, I want to say tit for tat. That sounds stupid, but that's I'm not sending a card to get a card. I'm sending a card because I want them to have a card. So I don't
Mhm.
necessarily need to document who I'm getting them from, but I do it. No particular reason. But let's see, last year, to me, it doesn't matter if I get a card from someone. I sent out 761, I received 183. So as you can see, there's a big giant gap between the two, but that wasn't why I sent the card. So it doesn't matter to me. So anyway, hi Marie. The Brady Bunch is complete. You see my blue eyeshadow today? It's small because I didn't want to Mimi it. You know, Mimi from Drew Carey, I didn't want to Mimi it, so it's small. But anyway, so when I'm doing the cards, I can just pick. What I'm doing is I didn't start soon enough is what I did. I'm doing 7 a day because I can do 7 on my subscription, but I'm also spending some and sending about 20 a day that I send as a system send. So I am spending some to make sure these all get out at a relatively, because when I divided out 799 cards divided by the amount of time I have left for the end of the year, it was going to be like 3 months before I got them all sent in if I really did 7 a day. So that I decided to spend some money and do them as system sends. But the beauty of this whole thing is that it's not just um, the free cards that makes this good. I have one of the bigger subscriptions, so my system sends are only $1 plus postage. And that's a lot less than they were any other time I've done this. The 13 years I've done SendOutCards, $1 a card plus postage is cheap for the kind of
Mhm.
card I'm sending. So I wanted to show you one. And
What is a system send?
uh, and well, the two kinds of cards that they call is heartfelt.
Right.
And they call a heartfelt when you send an individual card that's unique somehow, or you send immediate to one person at a time.
Okay.
That's a heartfelt card. They want it to
Uh-huh.
be unique, like the card hasn't been sent before. But the
Okay.
reality is you could send the same card as long as you don't do a bunch of them on the same day. So like when I
did
send,
on
say,
Monday, I think I did 15, and then I was like, "Oop, I went over the limit," but they sent them all. They did
but
it.
I wouldn't go that close to the limit if I were you, because you don't want to be on the radar.
Yeah.
Yeah. The most
You
I will
almost have
do in a day, you still have to put them in, send them individually. You
uh-huh.
have to send it individually if you want it on your subscription. But I do under 10. Like the Christmas one or holiday ones, I'm doing 7. But I don't get up into the 15 category. I don't I don't do double digits anything, and I've never gotten a letter from compliance. So that, go ahead, Debbie. You're on mute though.
Oh, you,
You're on mute, Debbie. Debbie's on mute.
I am sorry.
That's all right. What were you
If,
gonna say?
so if you're doing a heartfelt card and like you select your the person you want it to go to.
Yep.
Can you select like 5 different people and send that same card? And
You'd have to send them individually.
you have to send each one individually. So you can't
Yeah.
send all 5 at the same time.
You can, but then it's a system send.
Right.
That's-
Then it's going to cost
Yes.
you. Okay.
Right. And there's
All
nothing
right.
wrong with that. As a matter of
Okay.
fact, it's less money if
It
you have a
is.
subscription to send a system card. So there's going to be
Yes.
times like this. I'm going to send some of this list, some of this 800. I'm going to $7.99. Some of these I'm going to send heartfelt. Some of them I'm going to send system send to make sure they
Okay.
all get out. And I'm not going to go over 10 for the heartfelts. And really, my time is worth so much money. I probably should just do them all system sends, right? Because it
Okay.
costs me time to sit there and do them individually. So that's
Mhm.
really not that good of a use of my time, but it just feels so good to do an individual.
Yeah, see, I was just doing each one at a time,
You can do that, but you can't do a whole bunch in one day if they're all the same.
Right. What I do is
Right.
I bounce around and change the card out a little bit, so I'll
Yeah.
either change the front of the
But
card
you still can't do that and get away with it if it's more than like 10 in a day or 15 in a day.
oh,
You're still going to get nicked for that.
still get flagged, huh?
It's not fine. They'll send you a compliance letter. and then
Right.
you'll be on the radar and they'll be looking at what you're doing. So you don't
Okay.
want to do that. That wasn't the intent of them offering that. Let's put it that
Okay.
way. The other thing is because people were doing that, now there's a new rule that you can't do more than 25 in one day anyway. And that's heartfelts.
Okay.
So if you used them all up doing that, then when you go to do a Facebook espionage, you won't be able to do it anyway. So my
So if
suggestion
I'm
is
doing my,
not to try to shove everybody into your free card thing.
Okay.
What were you gonna say, Kathy?
so I can't do more than, so if I like use my thing from Alex and make a card, I can't send more than 25 in a day.
You can as a system send. And
Okay,
then
so
it'll
it doesn't
cost,
matter. I can make it, it's no longer heartfelt once you start
right,
adding
as
more
a
people.
system send, you can send 8,000 cards in a day. And it doesn't
Okay,
matter. It's when people try to cram it all into their free or included, I should say. If you're trying to cram it all into your included is when you're going to have a problem.
okay.
So
When you say they send you a letter, y'all are affiliates, right?
you would get it as a
Is that
customer
what
too if you went beyond what they considered to be fair use. They call it a fair use policy. So I've seen people do this, is sit there all day long and send cards one at a time to make sure they're all free on their subscription.
Okay.
But there's a couple problems with that, is of course the company's not going to go for that long because they're going to lose money you doing that. The other thing
Yeah.
is that's not a good use of your time because your time is valuable just like my time. So to sit there all day and do that is really not, you think you're saving money because it's in your subscription, but the reality is you get more money than that an hour than you're saving. So you're better off to do some of each, I think, and
Okay.
realize that the subscription doesn't just, the heartfelt isn't the biggest part of that subscription, in my opinion. It's the savings on the system sends. Because before on the even what I think my best savings before this was $1.50 per card. And then they came out with that bigger subscription, I think I'm on 247, where I only pay $1 plus postage instead of $1.50 to save 50 cents per card when I'm sending out 800
That's
is
a
a
lot.
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
So to me, the bigger savings isn't the heartfelt part, it's the system send price. So
Okay.
my suggestion is don't focus so much on trying to get everything free or included.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Try to shake it up. Get some of them included. Like I get 5 out of this and I get 7 out of the other individually sent. But then I move on to system sends and just do a bunch on system sends. Okay.
Okay.
Did that help or?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had somebody and she was actually like pretty upset about the 25 limit for the heartfelt. And I'm confused at her reaction a little bit because she's a big sender. And I'm thinking she earns a lot of money in her regular business. I'm thinking, does she realize when she's sitting there, she's sitting there spending time doing that. And let's say her time is worth $50 an hour. That would be putting it conservatively because she's a big leader. So
Really?
is that really worth it to sit there and or can you just put them all in and have the system send them and only spend $1 plus postage?
Yeah.
So you have to weigh
Send out
that
cards
out.
has to make money too.
Well, right. How can they afford to
Yeah.
just have everybody right? So anyway, that's that. Mm.
That's a
Okay.
big help.
If you don't mind, let me show you my card.
Yeah.
For the Christmas or holiday card. I do put holiday because I send it to a lot of people that aren't necessarily Christian. So let me fix this. Screen share. And I'll go into send out cards. Of course, once I figured out I hadn't done my card, I was like, put the card together quick. So I hope I did all right. And Maureen, Alex did my front too.
Oh,
So he does have a like little snowman in it, but it's not like yours.
oh, okay.
So this is my front.
Oh, that's
And
cute.
That's
now
cute.
once you do a card, how I get once they show up in this thing. These usually are ones that were heartfelts, that you individually made them and sent them. And then it'll show up here. Usually this works for me if I made that holiday card, sent one to myself as an example, and then the next day, I didn't send any that day. The next day it showed up here. So then I can grab it off of here and send it as a included card, a few a day, and it shows up here. If you go back into history and try to grab it off of somebody you sent it to, it will definitely send it as a system send. The only way you can do it, use a card you've already used and it do a heartfelt out of it, is if it's here. Or at least that's what I found to be true so far. So all you do is click on the card and it'll come up, and then edit and save. So it'll take me to the edit, and then I can look at it. So this is Alex's design in the front. There's his signature right there, by the way. And then you can go panel to panel, and let's see, I can't get that out of my way. So I usually do this where I save one panel for writing, and then I'll pick some pictures from the year and put them. So on these panels, I did a 3-panel card. I've got this one over here is all Alex. It's him and that's the play Little Women. And I forget what this play was called, but it was about cavemen. That's him in a caveman outfit. I wanted to say Bam Bam and Pebbles, the pony up there, but this is the driver license picture, and that's an award he got for acting at school. And then the other panel is there's JP, and there's Grammy feeding the dog an entire bag of dog snacks. You know, I gotta quit doing that. The dog gained 4 pounds. Yeah, Porky dog. Whoops. And that's Alex's senior picture, and that's the Hawaii trip. So, and then the back panel, of course, I did something about the book, because this is the big things that happened this year was the play. That's the play. And then this one happened the same time as the play. The Revolutionary War guy shot off muskets in my front yard. That was like the thrill of my life right there, having muskets shot in my front yard. You know, my neighbors must think I'm bananas. Yeah, to do for the play, we had the rehearsals here. So it was 7 weeks of 4 nights a week, I think it was. It was 4 nights a week, 7 weeks, and it was 25 people, 25 cars in my yard. And then we ended it with the muskets. My neighbors must be going, oh my God. So that's me and Bo with the blue hair, the book, me and Jeff, and the play. And then the back, I did the SendOutCards back. And I did this, and on the envelope, it has my Avon thing, because I'm trying to keep them separate because of Avon's rules. They don't want you mixing the companies. Oh, that happened to me, Kathy, the other day. I was doing a show, and right in front of me, yeah, right in front of me walks Maisie. Yeah. And then that one I was doing last week with Jeff, the dog was barking. It's like, oh, sorry, not much I can do about that. So anyway, so that's my card. So then I go over to his save and proceed to checkout, and I'll do this off the list here. I'm off the phone. So I'll bring up the Santa, the card list is the name of the app. And I go in once I get somebody, so it brings up the card, and then I can do add recipients. And then I just type in who I want, and there's a little dot so I can show that I did it. That's what I like to keep track of it. There isn't really a way on SendOutCards to keep track of who you sent it to, is why I'm using an app. You can look back to see if you sent it, right? You can look back to see if you sent it, but if you don't have some kind of list,
Right.
and you're not doing them all in one day, it's hard. So let me see which one of you guys didn't I send one to yet? How about Maureen? Because she's a D near it's alphabetical. That's what. Let's see if I sent yours already, Maureen. I did. I sent yours already.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let's see who's next. Sorry, we're doing alphabetic, so it's Norwood, isn't it, next? Did you get one from me last year, Debbie?
Um,
Oh, that's okay. I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
and yeah, I'm trying to remember because I've gotten so many cards from you this year. I
Oh,
can't remember.
good. Oh, you're not on here. You didn't get a card last
I
year.
didn't get one. Okay.
What the
I
heck?
know I have this year. I've gotten quite a few.
Well, you're gonna get them from now on because I'm gonna add
Okay.
you here. So on this thing, it's easy. I just go into addresses, put a plus sign, and I just put the name because I don't need the rest of it. I'm using send out cards. So I'll put this in here and save it. And now I have 800. Yay!
Yay!
Yay, I was 800.
Thank you very much. Okay, so now
Anytime.
I'm gonna get you right here and then, well, here you go, right there. I'm gonna check the box and then put done. And then I'm gonna check you on the app here. Done. So you were card number 131 that I sent of the holiday cards. So, yay. And then I just do ready to send. And send, and that's it. That's as easy as that is. So then I do that with that one, and you'll notice on here, the other one I send all the time because I'm working 2 lists right now. And this is one of them, the card promo list, and then the holiday card list. So I'm doing 5 of the book promo list and 7 of this one. So between the 2 of them, I'm doing 12 a day of heartfelt, and I'm not getting anywhere near the limit because then I do a bunch of Facebook espionage ones, and these other ones are ones that I sent, like this guy is in the Go Giver Success Alliance, and that was a Facebook espionage off of his page, and then that was a thank you note for a customer's order, and this was the birthday cards for December for a downline member. So all of them have stuff. This lady was on Monday Morning Madness, and that was her thank you note. So all of her, most of these that show up here are heartfelts. They're not the system sends. And matter of fact, while we're here, we should probably look at the price thing because maybe that would make it make sense. I liked it better when they had a grid for this, but they don't happen to have a grid here for this anymore. So I'll see if I can explain this good. But what we do, these are subscriptions, and you don't have to have that. You can pay as you go. But the reason the subscriptions are so good is because you save a bunch of money. So if you're sending almost any amount, you'd have to be sending only a couple cards a month for this not to save you money. But I want to start with the 97 just because that one has the it says unlimited photo postcards, but there's that 25 a day. If you're sending that many a day, you don't have any other thing to do, really. That's a lot. Individually sent, really? That's why that lady that was having a reaction, I'm thinking, how do you have time to send that many in a day? I'm not even doing that. And I'm a big old card sender. But so 97 a day includes unlimited heartfelts, but that's 25 a day. Let's see. They list the postcards separate only because they call it the postcard program, but it really isn't anything different or new. They're just using that as a promotional tool because we always could send unlimited postcards in the unlimited subscription. So it just that some people only wanted to send postcards, so they made it a special thing to tell them that. But the system sends are $1.50. See, this is the one, this used to be their biggest package. The system sends at $1.50. And then you get 30% discount on the gifts, which is big because like I'm sending brownies to a whole bunch of people all the time, and birthdays to my top producers in Avon get brownies. Savings on the shipping, and you get the contact manager and the storage. But you'll notice this one's mine because it's lit up. This is the one I get. But look at, so even this one is good at the $1.50 for system sends. But if you go up to the 147, the system sends are $1.25. So you saved a quarter. So if you're showing this to somebody that does real estate or dentists or somebody that's doing a decent volume, I actually had a realtor sign up today for SendOutCards. And they're going to be doing a decent volume of stuff. So they're probably going to want one of these bigger packages because of the system send savings. So it's $1.25 here. That's the big thing if you ask me. And you get 100 system sends with this one. So the unlimited heartfelt, you get 100 system sends included. Now the one I'm on, look at this, you get 250 system sends included. That covers my cost. The 247 unlimited, I get 250 system sends included. And then everyone over the 250 is only $1. Now, on average, I send out 450 birthday cards a month. I saved a whole bunch of money when they came out with this. It was like, yes.
Yeah.
So if you happen to be showing this to somebody, you'll want to show them these bigger packages. Okay, but you can definitely get any size package or no package, because down at the bottom here is, where is it? Pay as you go, right there. Just that the pay as you go is $2.75 per card. So just think I'm paying $1 per card.
Yeah.
Plus postage. So that's a big old savings. But those are the reasons that you'd want to think about a subscription. They do let you stop it and start it. So if you want to get a subscription for the months of December and not have it for January, you can do that too.
Okay.
So yay. But
So
I'm glad you
don't
said
have
that
to
because I was
do it
thinking
every
about that.
yeah, you
I'm sorry.
the only thing is when you're with your business, I think the more you use it, the more you'll realize it's worth it to send cards all year long.
Yeah.
But that takes time to come up with that, I think. Yes, Joanne, let's hear it.
So on the, sorry, I can hardly talk.
Oh,
So
no.
on the postcards, are you limited to like the 25 a day if you send those, or you just can send as many as you want?
You always can send as many as you want as a system send. But when you're talking about a heartfelt card, I believe it's 25 a day, no matter what type of card it is, if you're trying to get it included in your subscription.
Okay.
So
Okay.
the only bugaboo or whatever you call it, the only catch is that if you're trying to get it free included there,
Okay.
you can do system sends. You can send 8 million cards a day if you want as a system send. You just can't try to shove them all in your unlimited subscription.
So you
And
can do system sends on the postcards. You just, how
Yeah.
much do you pay then for each postcard? Do you know?
I wouldn't know until we do one. Let's just do one quick and find out. Oh, what it's not going to tell me, because it's going to, if I do one by itself, it's going to be included in my subscription. That's not going to work. I know it's less than I do know, less than a regular card,
Okay.
but I'm not sure. Do you do a lot of postcards?
No, not really, but I was just seeing that postcards were unlimited. I was like, oh, maybe I should be doing that.
Well, it's not. The others say unlimited too, because it was just a couple days ago they came out with that caveat about the 25. And that's
Okay.
because they have people gaming the system just like they do
Mhm.
over at Avon. Whenever they come out with something and it's a good thing, there'll be somebody sitting there and trying to
Yeah.
do it
Somebody,
up to the limit. Right?
yeah.
You know, you guys might not remember this, but there was a time when if you ordered a product and it was out of stock, you got award sales for it anyway. And there were people gaming that. So what they'd do is they'd find out, they'd pass it around and find out, then there'd be people ordering thousands, knowing they weren't going to get it, so they could get the award sales. So there were actually people that got the trip doing that. So then, of course,
Oh,
they
wow.
changed it. So from then forward, none of us got award sales for legitimate sales because people were gaming it. That's the same thing that happened here, is that there were people sitting there trying to shove every card that they send into their subscription. And that made it so that now we have a limit on the daily. But 25 a day is pretty big. 25 a day is pretty big if you think about it.
Lisa,
Just for
remember
heartfelt. Say-
last year with the brownies when they did the
Right. And then, yeah, like 3 days in, they had to stop that because there were people
Oh,
sitting
right.
all day sending brownies and gaming it. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
you know that it's every company, not just Avon,
Yeah.
not just this one. Yeah. There's going to be people gaming it if it's something that free and good, or but the company can't, they must not have thought that through.
Yeah.
But yeah, but yeah. So the reason I don't do a lot of postcards, Joanne, is because the postal service machines all the mail now. They don't do any hand mail stuff. The machines aren't nice to pictures on a postcard. So if it doesn't matter that much and I don't think they want to save the picture, I'll do a postcard. Or if it's like an invitation, like I often send out postcards when I'm speaking somewhere and I'll send it to everybody in that state, a promo for where I'm going to be at, like if I'm speaking at a conference or something, I'll send everybody in that state the promo. I'll do that on a postcard because it's easier. But if I'm sending someone a picture of themselves, like off of Facebook espionage, and I think they might want to keep it, I do it on a flat card that goes in an envelope, because then the machine at the postal service doesn't mark up their picture. So that's why I don't do a lot of postcards. I tend to do a lot of flat cards because those go in an envelope. Yeah. And did I tell you what I was doing for a while? Like, I don't know how, but I was putting, instead of fridge worthy, I was doing FRIG worthy, thinking that was fridge. And I had no D in there. So that's frig worthy. What the heck?
I like that better.
That's the word of the day.
Frig worthy? Oh yeah, I'm gonna tell it tonight, so I hope you're still gonna listen to this. But last night we had a big giant adventure. The kid ran out of gas. Oh my God, that was awful. I don't think I swore that much lately. We went and got a gas can and it had some gadget on it so it doesn't come out the nozzle easy. You have to press this thing and all that. And I couldn't figure it out because of course I'm doing this on the side of the road at night on headlights looking at right, because we went and bought a gas can, which in retrospect we should have just called AAA and waited the 2 hours or whatever it is. But I thought this is such an easy fix, I'll just go buy a gas can. Yeah, and then and so then we're Google searching how to use this particular gas can because it had the right. So not Google search, the kid did a YouTube video search and they had a video about it. And we're sitting there, of course, it's like 30 out. We're in the headlights from my van on the side of the road with his car. And you know what the video said to do? Throw away the nozzle and get a regular one. Don't bother to try to use it. And that just amped up the swearing, really. That really just added to it, right? So what finally happened is some guy stopped and showed me how to do it. And I hate that, you know what I mean? I don't want to be saved. I don't want like Prince to come in and save me and stuff. And it was like, oh, this is so horrible. But I think he felt bad because he heard the swearing. But I'll tell you, what's so funny is what was a 1 gallon thing, and I somehow got gas all over me, all over the steering wheel, and of course I had the dog with me. Yeah, we did get the car home, but yeah, and the kid, of course, says he didn't run it out of gas. He thinks something happened. Yeah, he could have. It's possible, I guess, that someone could have siphoned it out on him because he parks it down the high school, and he's got hit down there and everything. I don't think so though, because they got cameras all around up there. And someone was going around siphoning it. I think it's more likely he ran himself out. But yeah, he didn't want to admit that. So
Yeah.
but yeah, that was interesting. Oh, all the excitement.
Kids.
I could swear that good. I'm pretty good at it. Oh.
Well, when we were driving home from New York, we were driving, I believe we came out of Colorado into Utah, I think. But there's a span in Utah where there's no gas station.
Oh, no.
And like the state you leave, you should get gas. And I stopped there to go to the bathroom. I was like, oh, we got enough gas to make it to Utah to the next gas station. No, we didn't.
Oh, no.
Good thing we were able to get up on top of a mountain at a rest stop. and park under a
Glide.
tree and wait for AAA.
Oh,
And the guy from AAA, he's like, you're not even my first one today who did
oh
this.
yeah.
Because people don't realize they
my
don't have a
goodness.
sign at that gas station that says last stop before. And I'm like, well, maybe that would help people if they did that, because
It probably
Yeah.
help them sell more gas.
yeah,
I was just gonna
Yeah, really, you think they'd want to
want
take
that.
advantage of that?
yeah. I stopped to go to
Yeah.
the bathroom, but I was like, yeah, we have enough gas. Yeah, no, we didn't.
Oh, yeah. No, well, the kid's a new driver. He's only had his license since I think March or April.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was another fiasco. I think we went up there, I don't know, 6 times. I think we got the license on the 6th time. And some of it was my fault because the paperwork I didn't have. And the kid was born in another state. And then we had the
Oh,
whole name change thing. And I mean, there was just all these little things that I had to have paperwork for. And when I go up, they'd be like, well, you're missing this. And it's like, can you just tell
Oh,
me
yeah.
everything I'm missing the first time? And then we finally got it all and had it all. And I'm like, yes, we're going to get the license today. And the kid didn't pass. The driver, he passed the written first go, but the driver took 2 times the driver test. So it was like,
Oh.
Wow.
yeah, poor kid.
yeah.
Man, man, man. And I think the driving one, the only reason he didn't pass is they had not just the driver test guy, but he had somebody riding shotgun learning how to give the test. So
Oh, no.
he wasn't going to give him any break at all because of that, I'm sure. But
Yeah.
Oh,
because Alex
yeah.
is actually a pretty good driver, so I trust him. I gave him my car. I did have to have the whole discussion yesterday about we each drive our own car, because I said something like, are we going to take my van instead of both go to the dentist? And he said, do you mean I'm driving your van? Oh, no, I'm never going to mean that. You drive your thing, I'm driving my thing. That's why you don't want to mess your car up, because there's not going to be an opportunity to drive my van. We don't know. Yeah, I didn't make that crystal clear to husband number 2. See, that was my. I'm not
Oh.
making that mistake again. Did you know that one? So I go out to use the car and it's gone. And he had like, I don't know, 6 vehicles that I never drove. I never would drive anybody else's vehicle. And he had 2 pickup trucks. He took my little Hyundai, the hatchback, put 2x4s in it. And when he shut the hatch with them in it, it took my windshield out and he
Oh,
didn't fix
shit.
it. He didn't
Oh
go
my-
get it fixed.
Ah,
So I slept with the keys after that. He never drove that car again. Yeah, no. I told Jeff that story. He said you should have called it in when you went out and it was missing. You shouldn't have assumed it was him. You should have just called it in like it was stolen.
Yeah.
yeah.
That would have been funny. I didn't do that. No, I didn't do that. I knew I said it took it because he took it before. But so we're not starting that with Alex. I'm like, no. I'm not driving that one. You're not driving mine.
Yeah.
The reason it's called my van is because it's mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. You guys like that, or do you let each other's spouses drive your cars? Or you don't have cars that are designated?
My car.
We
Yeah.
have designated cars, but we swap off too.
Oh, do you? Yeah, see,
Yeah.
I just don't like
Well,
that.
I used to have a truck and I loved my truck. And then we moved from the city to the country. And my husband had a van that he used for work. Well, they took the van away from him because he works from home now. So I had a truck and he had a car, and you can't do that in the country. That's just embarrassing. So he got the truck and I got the car.
I'm
So-
laughing because it's true. No, I'm
Yeah.
laughing because it's true, right?
So
Yeah.
but I drive my truck now and then, his truck, but
Yeah.
I miss it.
Yeah, no, I just like have it. I mean, I'm the one that bought it and maintain it. That makes it mine. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We only have one. We only have one car.
Oh, okay.
It's too hard for Sean to drive with the titanium rod in his neck, so
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so I
that
do
would
most
be
of the driving. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be hard. So anyway, I wanted to show you a couple cards. Of course I should have had them over here ready. It does look dark in here. Sorry about that. Oh, somebody sent me, oh, Reverend Mom. Reverend Mom. Yeah, is this the ride at
Yeah,
Universal? It looks like
yeah,
that ride, right?
I was trying to,
Right.
trying to get that online, and it was so hard. And I said, I'm not sure that's the one that they were riding in, but
Oh no, this sure looks like it, the Harry Potter ride at
well, that's what I
Universal.
thought.
Yeah, it sure
That,
looks like it.
you're going to be getting another card if you haven't gotten it yet.
Oh no, I don't think so. This is the
It
one.
has a blue. It has a blue background.
No, this one.
No, not that one. No.
You did send me this one though.
Oh,
Caught you
did I?
having a blast. This was a little while ago though.
Oh, that was yeah. Oh, yeah. That I did.
Yeah,
Send you
that's
that.
me and JP. Yeah.
No, you'll laugh when you see the other one. You're gonna go crazy.
Oh, oh, good, good. Yeah, I haven't had the other one yet. But yeah, this was yeah. What was I thinking? 2 hours in line to scare myself to death. That's what I was thinking. Now this one, Peg sent me, Peg Duchesne. It was her birthday yesterday, actually. I took this picture on the swing out back of my house. And what I liked about it that I wanted to share with you is she puts a little box on hers. So she must be picking the layout that has a little picture and a text block. This is one of the layouts, but her little box says designed by Peg Duchesne. And then it has her little ad for SendOutCards. It says, send a free card on me, and has the SendOutCards website. So she's putting that on all of her stuff. That's kind of
That's neat.
cute.
That is cute.
So I like the way she does that. But she puts the design by, I never put that on my cards, but that's kind of a good idea because that is true. You
It
design
is.
the card.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's cool. And this one I wanted to show you is this is from Easter Day. Yeah. He's one of the, I don't know if it's because he's a guy or what, but there's a bunch of people we call each other last names like we're in the military, right? And he's one of them, Easter Day. So yeah, his first name's Scott, and this is his that he sent to customers. This was a little bit earlier this year, so it says coming soon. And he's doing this on a list like I do, so he sends a few a day. And then there was pictures of the new stuff coming out,
Oh, yeah. That's neat.
the big grid picture. And then it says, I hope this card finds you well. And he did the merge thing where it's putting the customer name up here too. I always love doing that. Customers love that.
Mhm.
It makes them feel
Wait.
like you just did the card for them. Oh, you didn't know you could do
SendOutCards
that?
has a merge feature like that?
Yes. You want me to show you? You're
Oh,
gonna like
yeah.
it.
You should.
Yeah, I'll show you. You're gonna like this. I'll just tell you this card. I hope this card finds you well. What a year it has been. And he puts the stuff in here about that. And then it says, always free shipping on orders over 60, and then his website address.
Oh, that's nice.
So it's just like a this is what's coming up kind of card. And
That's
then there's
really good.
he has the ear things that was from earlier this year. So, and then he does his picture on the back with one of his color pages. Okay,
That's
let me
really
show you
good.
the merge thing. You're gonna like this, Kathy. This is gonna change your world. You're gonna be like, oh man. Okay, so let's do let me see. Let's go over here and just make one quick and do it. And you can do this on a flat card or any of the cards. And I'll show you.
Is there
Yay.
kind of a tutorial for this? I know they have like all kinds of
You're
phrases they
watching it
use. I
right
don't-
now.
That's
You are
it. There's
watching
nothing
it.
that they have on there.
I don't know if they do, but that's why I do this on Thursdays.
Yeah.
So that I can show you. Because
Mhm.
sometimes they go through, well, not that I'm not doing that too, go through too quick. So here's flat card, right? And then, so I'm going to get the thing up here. And I'll just put something on the front. What have I got that I could put on the front that would be easy? Oh, this is pretty. Look at that. That's pretty.
It is.
And then on the back, what you do is you want it to be a text block. So now this is one big text block. Okay. Now over here on the left, if you go down here, see where it says insert? You can have it insert their name, their last name, the spouse's name, the first name and the spouse's first name. So if you
Wow,
write
okay.
dear, right? You'd write dear, and then you'd put first name. Okay. And then every card you
Uh-huh.
send using this format, it's going to fill in the first name before it sends the card for you. Okay.
I never saw that.
I told you it would change your life.
Yes.
This
Oh,
feature is
that's why I
so,
haven't sent out my Christmas cards yet.
oh, you can put that on the Christmas card. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think
Yeah,
I even
there you
put that
go.
on mine. I should have. Yeah. And then the other thing you probably haven't noticed, if you didn't notice that one, is right here, insert signature. And I believe it's $50. I gotta look to make sure that's correct still. But you send in your signatures
Uh-huh.
and it'll just put it on the card for you. And it makes it small, so you gotta go make it bigger, but it still puts it there. So see, look at, that's my signature right there, my actual signature. And the other thing is, when you do the signature one, as part of that right now is the font. So now you highlight what you want to be the font. I already submitted my personal font, so it's in here. That is my actual handwriting right there.
Oh,
So my handwriting is one of the font choices. So this is going to be in my handwriting. And the whole thing, it'll have their name in my handwriting too, all of it. So that's going to say, dear, it's going to say, dear Kathy, because I'm going to send this to you. This
okay.
feature is so dang awesome.
Yes,
Okay.
it is.
And then I don't know if you know, you can just put a color in the background, because I like doing that just like that.
I think I did know that. I haven't done it yet, though. I'll have to do that.
But the big thing here, I think, is the merge thing. And that's right here under insert. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yay. Well, that's good. Check out. That was a very good question. You deserve a goodie for that question, Kathy.
Well,
Yeah.
that said not available with bulk sends or something like that. Is that what it
Right,
said?
right. Because the bulk, but have you ever used the bulk option? The bulk means
No.
you're buying them and sending them yourself.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So I don't know about you, but I don't use this for that option. I don't know
No.
why people would
Yeah.
want to buy them and send them themselves when they have
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
the option of them doing all the work for them.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm gonna do
I
that.
mean,
Just go
know,
to the store.
I
Yeah.
did
Right.
that, Lisa. I did the bulk option a few months ago with my friend George, who was on the Ellen show, the very last show, when all of his friends were there with him.
Yeah.
I ordered the bulk option and then I sent him the box for him to send the cards to all of the people that were on the show.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Okay.
Mm.
I mean, I'm sure there's uses for it. I just
Yeah.
personally, if I'm going to send it, I'm going to let them send it. I don't.
Yeah,
Right,
because I mean,
yeah.
I agree, but yeah, that's the only way I could figure out how to get for his friends without getting all their addresses.
Oh, right. You
So,
would need that.
That's a good
Yeah.
idea.
Okay, so I'm going to put add gift and I'll let you pick something. Let's see what's new. Oh, see, they have the holiday wishes box. That's kind of cute. And
Oh,
the
that
warmer,
is.
you want to try that one? This is, I believe let's look. I think it's 2 cookies. What is it? Let's see. 2 peppermint cookies, love peace magnet, and 4 mini candy canes.
Oh,
Perfect.
Would you, that's perfect. Awesome. Okay, add gift.
Thank you.
I have sent a couple of these already and got good reviews, so hopefully. And we will add you right down here. Yay, there you are. Yay. Awesome. But I do like to use all of the, oh, and before I send, I always look. Yep, that's the card. Yep, send immediate. Yep, that's the gift I wanted. And yep, that's the person I wanted. I do just look at it quick because on this screen, you're not seeing everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the card was included. I'm just paying the gift and the shipping. So yay.
Thank
And
you.
that's as easy
Gosh,
as that. Isn't that easy?
yes, and very informative. Yes.
Now you're like, oh, I can't believe it. And you know what? I don't know. I think I forgot to put that on my holiday card. I got to go back and do that. You know, I haven't done it sometimes because I end up sending like Marie's is gonna say Marie. It's not gonna say Marie and Roy, and it should, but I don't have them in my database that way, so it's not gonna have it that way. When I do anniversary cards, I go in and manually do it, so it includes both. But on the holiday cards, I don't because there's too many. There's 800. So some people are
Yeah.
going to get one, and everybody just needs to realize that if a card comes to your house, it was meant for everybody at your house. Just be on
So you
that.
can do that with the flat card or the 2-fold or 3-fold or whatever?
It doesn't matter which card.
Okay,
Yeah, that feature is available to all the cards. The only
okay,
thing it would matter would be if you do one that they designed, so a stock card that they
Mhm.
designed, you can't add
Right.
anything to the front. So you couldn't add that to the front of the card, but you could put that anywhere in the inside and add anywhere that there's a text block, you could add that insert to be their first name or their last name or whatever you wanted to put.
okay.
Okay. That really comes in handy, I think.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, Kathy's like, oh my God.
I'm glad you asked that, Kathy.
Me
Yeah,
too.
I forgot that we could do that. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I didn't
And I did,
know.
yeah. I use that quite a bit. I just didn't happen to use it on the holiday card this year. I don't know why. And did you know you can change the size of your font?
Yeah.
And right, okay,
Mhm.
because as I say, when I was doing the holiday card, it starts out, I think, at like 16, size 16, and I wanted to put a little bit more information, so I made it a smaller font so I could fit more. So
Right.
you can always do that too, and you can change the color of the font itself. You can change the color of the letters. You can change the background that shows up on that page. You can add the name. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of things that you can do to make it personal. So.
Now, I haven't changed the color of the font, but I have added color to the background, to match whatever's on the card itself, but I've never changed the color of the font.
You know, when you've seen me change the color of the font is I'll make the color of the font white and then I'll make the background dark, a really dark.
Right.
Then the contrast is so good, it looks good.
It looks nice like that.
Yeah, like burgundy with white letters looks nice, or really dark blue with white letters looks nice.
Right.
But yeah, I was pretty excited to get
Cool.
a new real estate customer this morning. Yay!
Ooh.
So
That's
that was
good.
nice. Yeah. And you know, it's good to make sure that they talk to you because it was a couple and the guy is the one that signed up for the account and he didn't understand why it was important to use my link. So he signed up with the company without going through me and I needed to go in and fix it. But luckily his wife was paying attention. So I went in and fixed it. You can do that. What I did was I got the name on the account, which is the guy, and the account number. And all I did was live chatted with SendOutCards customer service. I didn't even have to call. I told them what happened. They looked up and saw that they call it an orphan account. He didn't sign up under anyone. So they knew what I was saying was right. And they said, we'll fix it within the hour. He'll be over there. So,
Sweet.
That's
Awesome.
good.
so you just have to catch it though. Because if she hadn't told me, I wouldn't have known enough to look. So that's
Yeah.
a good reason to be communicating with your people that you think might sign up to make sure that you get them on, connected with you. So,
I know a couple of real
Yeah.
estate ladies I need to try that with.
oh,
Yeah.
and you know what? It's not just real estate. There's so many businesses that
Oh,
could,
yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know about you, but the dentist sends out reminder postcards. The doctors do too. A whole bunch of people send out stuff all the time like that, and they could do it so much easier and faster with this. And not have to buy all that stuff and pay their admin staff to send it all out. They could just be doing it on the computer. So it's so much nicer and personal too, especially realtors, because can you imagine when you sell your house and then you get a picture of your house, you know what I mean? Thank you. And it's your house on the front of the card, or you buy a new house with her and she takes pictures of you going in your new house as your new house. It's just so personal that what you can do with it. I think
Oh, yeah.
yeah. And
Yeah.
lots of times customers, if they're not familiar, like if they're even more impressed if they're not techno people, because they think you either made the card yourself or it was a lot of work to do it because they don't know how to do it. So it makes it seem like you put even more effort into it than you actually did. which is
Yeah.
always good. You know, getting extra credit. Well, so anyway, I will let you go. It's 2 o'clock. Thank you so much for spending the hour with me. I hope now
Thank
everybody
you.
got the merge. See, that was it, but all by itself was worthwhile, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Was it worth listening to the whole gas can story?
Yes.
That was good.
So this afternoon I've got an interview at 4:30, but then tonight's the dynamic bluo, so don't miss that. That's 7 to 7:30. And if last week is any indication, I need to. Oh, I
That was
laughed
a
so
that
hard.
was a hoot last week.
I laughed
Eh,
so hard.
Oh my gosh,
I
I
know
never
you
laughed.
did.
I never laughed so much in all my life. Yep.
I
When
thought he was gonna
when
die.
he was singing, and he just,
Oh, when he did that, and he didn't tell me he was doing that ahead either. He told me he was
oh,
gonna sing, but he didn't tell me he was gonna do the
my
poop. Was
husband didn't know what was going on out here. I mean, I was listening to that like at 11:30 at night, and I was down here
it?
howling. I mean, it was just a stitch.
Oh God, that was
Um,
fun. And the whole blooper thing. I guess it's
yeah,
more the blooper thing was funnier to me because I lived through the because he was in my ear the whole time when I was recording mine and he's acting like he never makes mistakes at all.
yeah,
And he does do way better than I do, but he does make mistakes some too. But he's a read the word on the page.
You
So
know,
now every time I missay something, I think of him in my ear. Go ahead, Maureen.
I listened to him when he was talking about Pearl Harbor yesterday, and his voice, when he does that, his voice was very soothing. It was like very, I was like, this is such a different man than what I'm used to seeing on the videos because it was just, I don't know if I'm
He's
describing it correctly, but you know what I mean?
no,
It was
no, no.
just,
He's got a really good voice for doing stuff like that. There's
yeah,
no
I was
doubt
like,
about it. Yeah,
yeah,
I
I
don't
was
know if
like,
you heard that
wow.
whole explanation on one of these other interviews I did, but um, he originally I was going to do all the recording myself, and he went to school to be a teacher. So whenever you interact with him, he acts like a teacher. So, like for
mhm,
example, when we were talking about getting the endorsements, he didn't just say go get some endorsements. He sent me all these like scripts to tell people when I wanted to ask him for an endorsement and a written email that I could use if I wanted to ask for. I mean, he came out with all this stuff that I could use. He didn't, and he didn't realize I could do that myself. I don't think he even thinks about that. He's such a teacher, he just does it.
right,
So when
Right.
I sent him me reading chapter 1, and I just wanted to hear his feedback, I figured he'd have something to say. And he came back with him reading chapter 1 how he thought it should go. So
Oh,
that, he always does that. But then when I listen to him reading it, I'm thinking, man, I'm losing my mind. All the women are going to lose their because he has such a good voice, and I'm like,
Yeah.
it would be robbery for him not to read. So I said to him,
yeah,
you either got to do this yourself or we'll do it together. And he said, no, we need to do this together. So that's fine. So
yeah,
he actually divvied up who would read what. He spent a whole bunch of time doing that. And the edit, he spent hours and hours and hours editing this. It really sounds good, which I am shocked because I gave him such a hard time. It was awful. Yeah, I was not comfortable doing it, and then he was saying stuff the whole time, and I was getting mad at him. And then and it was to the point near the end where he was having me do like line. He'd say the line the way he wanted me to say it, and I'd say it right afterward because I couldn't do a whole paragraph because I was like so mad. Oh, yeah. And last week, did you hear that, Marie? That was funny. I said I really felt bad that I called him everything but fit to live because I really did. And he said, "No, you said I was a good son. You just said I didn't have a father." Oh, that was bad. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, and I hung up on him once too. That was bad. So I was pretty much not very cooperative, and he's made this turn into really good. The audio is really good for someone who didn't cooperate like I didn't. I think if you end up listening to it, you'll be surprised that it's so good, considering you know the backstory.
Yeah.
Because it's really good. I'm shocked and happy. So, but anyway, Thank you so much. I'm gonna put this up on YouTube, and there are other ones up there if you get stuck and want to find something, or just message me because I've done this with a bunch of people. Is we just hop on quick to the Zoom because I have a Zoom account, and we'll fix your whatever it is that you like. If you forgot how to do something, just a couple days ago, I showed somebody like within 2 minutes how to do that span the picture across two sections thing.
I
Mhm.
always forget how to do that. I always forget how to do that.
And so we just hopped on quick and she learned how to do it again and we were on our way. It was just like a 2 minute thing. So don't be bashful to do that. If I'm available, I'll certainly just hop on and do it with you. Okay?
Okay.
Thank
Oh,
you.
So
thank
we will
you.
see you all
Bye.
later.
Bye.
Thank you
next
very
time.
much.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.